I'm gonna hit record. Okay, we're recording now. Cool. All right, so we're getting started. Obviously, I am not Ashley, and I'm Emily. But hooray, we made it as a team call. So what's just this Wednesday? She does it at Wednesdays, and I'm super excited. I made slides for you guys. We're gonna be talking about, what the hell are we talking about? Your tribe, finding your people, how to connect with people, who that person is. That's what we're gonna be talking about. I'm super excited. Now let me share screen. It's gonna go to, well, hold on, let me get out of this, pull up that. Hooray for technology. Share. Katie, give me a thumbs up if you can see this. You can see this? What if I hit that button? No, don't share it like that, like present. No, I can't see it if I do that. I can't. To this side. None. Present. How about now? Okay, cool. Look, isn't it pretty? I do this in Canva. I used to do it in, I always do PowerPoint, but apparently Canva is the new in thing for graphics, so I did that here. So I went off topic because I was initially going to be like finding new people, and then I listened to this call about finding the right, who are you finding? Who is the person that you're trying to find? And so I needed to work on that. And so I was like, oh, I'll listen to this training and do it and then share it with you guys. So it's not just about finding the who it is, but then and then where. It's going to be both. So we're going to talk about both of those. So obviously you guys are here, you're coaches, you want to build some business, you want to help people, and that's the most important thing, right? So we're going to talk about who do we want to help and who do we want to help change lives and who do we want to work with. So before that, I have announcements. I went into my Coach Online office to look all these up. So remember, we have, I think it's a week and a day. I think the Halloween is on a Thursday, so today's Wednesday, so we have the rest of the week and one day for helping change lives for the month of October. It's Beat Your Best month, which you keep getting emails about that says Success Club this number or this much volume to beat your best, and if you beat your best you get a fun medal, or I think that's the prize that was before when we did Beat Your Best. And if it's the first month hitting Success Club, then Sadie, geez, she's trying to get a toy. If it's your first month, you can also get, I think you get another prize too, but I'd have to double check on that. So just remember that instead of pushing for points and trying to sell the most expensive thing, all we're doing is trying to change lives. So if they start out with 3 months of BOD, great. If they start out with a sampler of Energize, great. All you're doing is just trying to connect them with tools and things that can change their life. So that's the main thing. Don't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Just keep working on that for the next week and a half or a week and a day. So things that came out of leadership, this was a conference that they did last weekend. They're changing the 2B Mindset and Ultimate Portion Fix plan, which I think is kind of cool. I don't know all the details, but it's going to be like a monthly subscription sort of to a group. I think it's going to be a Facebook group where you get new recipes and new inspiration, and Autumn or Alana will come in each month and share tips, tricks, resources, maybe have an awesomeness hours for customers. So coaches can be in it too, and we'll pay for it. But so this is like a nutritional focused thing. You can check it out in the Coach Online office and look it up. It's going to start in January. And if you are already an Ultimate Portion Fix member or already a 2B Mindset member, they say that you can try 1 month free, so that then we can start talking about that on social media. So that's something that's going to be, I think, kind of cool. Obviously, you have to buy those nutrition programs to be able to even get into it, because you have to buy it to know what the heck they're talking about. So the work is still going on this month. We all have promo codes for the work. And I think this was a little confusing. And so in case it's the 3rd, and you didn't realize this, the cheapest way for someone to buy a challenge pack right now is to buy the work challenge pack and use that promo code, right? So that makes the normal 1 year with Shakeology challenge pack $150, where it normally would be a normal challenge pack is just $160. So it's cheaper to go with any of the work options and use your discount code, okay? So remember, that promo is still going on. You can give it to as many people as you want. And they are launching almost immediately the Prep, which is 4 weeks of prep workouts for those people who aren't ready to go all in with the work, which I think is really smart, because the work is going to be your super advanced program. So the prep is like preparation for the advanced program, and they should be up on BOD. I think they might already be up on BOD. They said they weren't releasing those right away. Joel's new program releases in March. It's going to be 10 rounds. It's going to be a boxing program, 30 to 40 minutes, 3 days a week of boxing, 2 days of lifting. So that's going to be a lot of fun. What's next? Bar Blend, that's the newest fitness program. That's going to be released to coaches in December, and then to VIP early access customers in January. So that's like the new January kind of promo that we can be pushing to get like new customers started with. Then vegan beach bars, whatever, almond, some flavors launching in December. But before that, peppermint mocha Shako launches a week from Friday. So we need to start talking about it on social media. I just saw someone make some graphics in this group that I'm in that looked pretty cool. So I might download those and then like re-upload them to the team page. That way you guys could use them on your Instagram stories or Facebook stories. But I'm actually really excited about this. Pumpkin spice is not my jam, so peppermint mocha sounds pretty damn good. I use like mint extract in mine anyways, so this is gonna be right up my alley. So even if it's not up your alley, as Ashley already says, talk about it in case people you follow, it would be a good fit for them. Okay, so finding your tribe. So this is the kind of the bulk of this. Trying to move this, the bulk of the content. So initially what it sounded like people wanted was, how do I find the people? How do I find people to connect with, to build relationships with? I'm going to touch on that at the end. But I think the thing we need to start out with, and what I needed to reevaluate, was who are you? Who is that person that you're trying to connect with? Like, who is your tribe? So this is the people that are going to resonate with you. And it's important because our goal is to help people, right? We want to help as many people as we can change their life. We want to serve them, give them value, share our tools, bring them into the coaching world if it's a good fit for them. But if all you have is the same 100 people, then you can only serve those same 100 people only so much. Like some, yeah, might want to buy a challenge pack, but some are not ready to do that on their health and fitness. So you can't just, it's not going to, serving them just by showing up and sharing on social media isn't enough. And so we need to keep expanding that list of people that we are in contact with. So it's not the same 100 people on IG looking at our stories. It's not the same 1,000 Facebook friends. We have to be always widening our circle. So, you know, if we can connect with more people, maybe that one of the next 100 people you connect with, maybe they're going to be your next rockstar coach. Maybe they're going to be the next 100-pound weight loss transformation customer person. Or maybe they're just going to be your new Insta bestie. And honestly, that's the mindset we should be going into, is just connecting with people that we want to be friends with, because that's the foundation of our business. So who is that person that you were trying to connect with? We call it an avatar. This is just a name. You can, whatever. It's just what we call it, like an avatar, like his James Cameron's movie. But the idea here is the one person that you're trying to communicate with. So if our goal is to just talk to everyone, serve everyone, we're talking to no one. Our message is not going to be get across to the right person, right? It's going to be drowned out by all the chaos and the noise and everything. So we have to be speaking to the right person. And that's huge, because we're going to talk about customizing our posts and who we're talking to on social media that way. So your avatar is the person that you're going to reach out to on social media, that you're going to share your story with, that you're going to share your why. Why do you do this? Why are you on your health and fitness journey? That you're going to share your message, that you want to help people, and you're going to share the products with. And notice that it's the products last. The story, your why, your message, those are all more important than the products, okay? So anyone can benefit from these products, right? Anyone and everyone can benefit. But our goal when we're speaking and being on, so having our social media presence, is to find the person who our personalities mesh, our point of view meshes, our story meshes, experiences will help the most. Like that is crucial, because if you're attracting the wrong person, yeah, like I'll give you an example today. I had this girl, she reached out to me on social media and she was like, hey, are you a coach? And I'm like, yeah. Why do you ask? And I haven't talked to her in a really long time on Instagram. And she's like, oh, well, I'm interested in Beachbody, and I reached out to a friend of a friend, and she was really salesy, and I just don't want to be pushed like that, whatever. And so I was like, well, I'm grateful. I'm sorry. I don't think I said I'm sorry, but I'm like, here's the thing. There's so many coaches you can pick from. I'm sorry it wasn't a good fit for her. It might be a good fit with me, but if it's not, it's okay. You can find the right person to help you, right? The person is the salesperson, right? She could have went to Beachbody On Demand and got a 3-month trial and it was done, but she wants to go through a coach. So the coach is what sets us apart, and she's going to connect with me for however, whatever right? I was the second person maybe on her list. And so there was a reason that she felt compelled to reach out to me, right? So you want to be speaking to the person that's going to mesh, that you guys have commonalities with, okay? So how do we figure that out? I'm going to go on here, but remember, again, we're not the product. Anyone can get Shakeology or BOD or Performance. The product we are promoting on social media is you, right? You are the person. You are what, like, I'm going to use this as an example. Katie watched me this is great. I love that she's on because I can use her as an example, but watched me for freaking years and years and years. And we connect because we're in science, right? And so she's in Chicago, which is where I was close to where I was, not too close, but close enough. And we connected over science, and I would reach out ever so often, right? So we connected of things besides just health and fitness. Like health and fitness is secondary to her and I having a conversation. Like when I see certain memes that annoy me, I send them to her, and I'm like, and we can complain about them together, right? There's this commonality, this point of view, these shared experiences are what I want to be sharing on social media and what I want people to connect with, right? Because the products, anyone can go but get a Morning Meltdown or Shakeology, right? Okay. Here are the questions, and I'm gonna this is the work that I did yesterday of finding out who my avatar was, because I realized that I wasn't doing a great job of this, okay? So again, I tried to, and you can feel free to change this as you go, right? The avatar that I'm speaking to now was not the same avatar I was speaking to 3 years ago or even 5 years ago when I started as a coach. And I just realized recently that I was speaking to too big of an audience, too broad, and that wasn't authentic. So I will tell you that what I was thinking was, I'm connecting with, working moms or stay-at-home moms, really just any moms. That doesn't work for me, because as I'm sitting here, it's false for me to put out on a post about how amazing or how awesome Beachbody could be in their life to help them stay home. I mean, it could, but that's not my story, because I don't want to stay home. So for me to put that out there and be like, you can be a stay-at-home mom, or this could help offset things, or this could give you purpose, that's not authentic to who I am or my story necessarily. And so I was like, there's a mismatch here. Like I talk about traveling a lot because I do love that, but I was doing what I felt like everyone else I had to do, right? I'm a mom, I have to target other moms. Well, kind of, but I don't have to do it that way. And so I really dug deep and started answering these questions. And so I'm going to just give you the questions and kind of talk about how I wrote down answers to them. So who do you want to serve? Again, so this is a big picture. I initially thought it was going to be working moms or stay-at-home moms or any moms, but that was too big and too broad. It's got to be very much narrowed down. So I think it's more working women. And so maybe this is still too broad, but it can be probably working moms, but also it could be people who don't have kids. That's okay. I'm just looking for more working professionals. That's who I'm talking to. That's the kind of person that I want to serve. That's who I am. And I feel like I don't want to sound overconfident, but I feel like that's who I can speak to and who I have experiences for that can resonate to it. So where does this person hang out? What kind of social events do they do? So this is where you can think about, my people's going to Starbucks in the morning on their way to work, or they're eating lunch at their computer because they're busy at work. They're into certain TV shows, they're into soapy dramas. I gotta have my Grays, my This Is Us. They like to read books, but they have little time. And so these are all things that this is what I want to connect with. This is things that I'm passionate about, and I want to connect with people on this. So I'm dialing down, just not a working professional, but a working professional who loves these shows, right? They want to travel more. I kind of mentioned that. They want to do solo target runs. I mean, this would be specifically more towards moms, but they want to have coffee in peace and quiet. Like, these are just kind of attributes and that kind of stuff. Where do they shop? Not the best shopper, pretty much Target, but that's a lot of people. You know, they're going to watch shows, they're going to read books, travel. So then what type of person is most attracted to your message? And so this is kind of interesting because, like, who would be attracted to who then, if I narrow down even further? So now I'm saying, okay, I'm looking for like aged like 25 to 40, probably maybe even 25 to 35. Well, I'm 32. No, 25 to 40. We'll be there. They're female. They're married, probably, most likely. They work a lot. They work hard. They work a lot. They're stressed out. They don't deal with their health as much as they should. They maybe have a little bit of a negative mindset. They want to feel better. They want more energy. They want to be confident. They want to have a better kind of mindset. That's the kind of person that I want to be talking to, right? So what do they desire, right? So now I'm narrowing down, you know, what's attracting them, but then what do they want out of this? So what's their biggest like soul crushing desire? And I think for my person, I was thinking, I think they want balance. They want to feel good, to take care of themselves, but they still want to kick butt at work. They want to work really hard, be productive, you know, not necessarily have accolades, but make a difference, make it matter, and like make what they do matter. But they also want to have balance and take care of themselves and feel good and make their health a priority, be confident. But they still want to kind of have that rocking out at work. So like that's what my person will desire. So then the next kind of question, and guys, I have these in PDF form, so I'll be posting this on the team page. You don't have to write it down, but if as I'm talking about mine, you're already like, boom, lights are going off about like how you would answer this for your person, feel free, start writing it all down, because the more you can dial in on that person, the easier it's going to be. So then what are the problems that person's having right now? So my person's probably working a lot. They don't have a lot of time to relax, or they just relax with unhealthy habits, maybe like a random Red's apple ale instead of just having water, right? So they could be mentally drained. Their cup is really empty. They want to feel confident again. They're not sure where to start because they're so busy. Okay, so those are my person's problems. So then why are they going to be interested in joining an event or a group or challenge? And these kind of get a little bit redundant, similar, but so like for mine, it's like I have solutions for getting people results in a short amount of time. Like that's why I don't advertise 80-day obsession. Like I will not ever do 80-day obsession again. I cannot do an hour-long workout. It doesn't fit my life. It does not fit me. I will not advertise it. I will sure as hell talk about 10-minute trainer, because did you know we have a 10-minute program and it's hard as hell? We sure do. We have a 20-minute program with, you know, Transform 20. We have 20 to 30 minutes with Morning Meltdown 100, right? So I'm all about, and then Lift 4 is my jam. You guys, you might all know this, but I've done it 3 times because it's only 4 days a week. I'm like, heck yes, if I can get kick butt results in 4 days a week, I'm down. So those are the programs I'm talking about all the time, because I want to help people get results in not as little amount of time as possible, but I know that they're busy in hell and I respect their time and want to help them in, you know, find short workouts for themselves. So then also, you know, they need recipes and meal hacks, and they need simple solutions. They want to change their mindset. So they want to listen to audiobooks or podcasts or things to grow, because honestly, they probably want to be a better leader at work. They need permission to pause, to slow down on themselves, to fill themselves up. It's not guilty to, you know, they don't feel guilty trying to work on themselves and better themselves when, you know, they have to be doing stuff at work. That's that question. I'm trying to figure out, okay, so what mistakes are they making in regards to their goals? You know, they use easy, quick food. My avatar is super busy, right? So they're going to grab unhealthy food. That's going to be a big thing. They're not going to prep probably. They let work, so they don't have a really good work-life balance. They let work interfere a lot, so they aren't getting this good routine with their health, like with working out. They don't handle stress well. They drink, eat, binge, emotional eating. They don't fuel again their mind. So you can kind of start to see the theme of the person. Like you can start to really narrow in on the person that I'm really speaking to. So then how am I qualified to help them, right? So I have experience. I'm a working mom. I run a whole household. I mean, my husband's here, but you know who does all the things. I do prepping. I meal prep. I've really worked on changing my mindset. Like you guys, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I was not as positive as I am now. And in terms of growth, in terms of leadership growth, I've done a lot of work because I wasn't great in this in grad school, and it was something I really needed to work on. So sharing tips, tricks, hacks, mindsets, prepping, recipes, things that make their life simple and that they can still get stuff done but be a raw badass professional. That's where my experience is going to come into. So that's what makes me more qualified than any other person. So let's see what's next on this. Okay, so so now that we've narrowed this down, if you want to be even more specific, you can find a picture of some random person on social media that's your person. Like you can get so detailed as to what they look like and their name. I named mine Chelsea. I didn't put this in here, but my girl's name was Chelsea. And the picture would be like someone in like a business suit or like someone looking in professional, like dress clothes. Even though I am a professional, I don't dress up, I wear jeans, but still, in my mind, that's who I'm talking to. But you can see how dialed in. So now I have all of this. If you write all answers super specific to all these questions, you have so much content right there. That is how you need to be basing your posts and your Instagram stories, and everything that resonates needs to be coming here. So like I was sitting here and doing all this, and I texted my business partner, and I said, what about a 7-day, actually fuel your body? No, I gotta figure out what the name of it is. It's True something. She liked it. Where is she? I said a fill your cup challenge, 7 days, 7 ways to fill your cup and recharge your body, mind, and spirit, as a free group, right? Like if I'm looking for a busy woman, who is exhausted, she works really hard, like that would resonate with her to like recharge, fill her cup, body, mind, spirit, that kind of thing. Like that would be a group that I could tailor to the person that I'm trying to talk to. So again, if your avatar is a stay-at-home mom, you could build a free group all around 7 fun activities to do with your kids at home. I don't know, something like that. Like you can narrow down who you're like all the information you're talking to that one person. And so like I was thinking like that today. Like I posted about coffee, that coffee is one of my things. I didn't put that in here, but coffee is my thing. My girl, she drinks coffee. But also I was talking about gratitude and how that's important to me. And I'm sharing, and I asked them what they were grateful for on social media, because I want people to start thinking about this. And maybe they're like, oh, I don't do gratitude, but maybe I should. Maybe that'll make a difference, right? That's totally specific to my avatar and why I posted that today. Okay, so you can use this as to hone in on your message on social media. What should you be posting? Like for transformations, like maybe I should be talking about my mindset from grad school to now. Maybe that should be my before and after. Maybe it's not a physical one, it's a before and after. Because when I was thinking about this, I realized like I don't have that big of a before and after. Like I lost 10 pounds on my first program with Beachbody, and then I maintained that 10-pound weight loss for a year and a half. And then I got pregnant and gained 50 pounds. And then from there, my big weight losses from the end of my pregnancy, like after I had Rafe, to now, like then I lost about 50 plus pounds. But so my experience is not necessarily being, 100 pounds overweight or really even 50 pounds overweight, because I think what I've kind of learned is 50 pounds overweight and 50 pounds overweight because of pregnancy are 2 different things. So that's not my experience. And that's not saying I'm not marketing. Why I'm not really marketing to them, because I can't relate to them. But there are awesome coaches out there who can, right? And so you have to dial in and figure out who you're talking to, right? So I've been starting to think about that. And this is where you can use all this information to generate posts. But great. So you have this person in your head. You have all this information you can use for posts. Now let's figure out how to go find the person, right? So of course, we're going to do this on social media. Duh. So some of this is going to be more relevant, but I will give you more specific ideas on each one of them. But before I do that, I want to see who's on. No, I'm recording this. I shouldn't care who's on, but I kind of want to see who's on right now. Okay, so there are coaches on our team and I'm calling them out because I want them to think about this. But I saw them post on their Instagram stories a poll, and it was just, have you worked out today? Yes or no? And I was like, I've seen Ashley do that, and so I thought about doing that. But then I did this, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself, that doesn't speak to my avatar. My avatar, the answer to my avatar, to my person, to my Chelsea is no. Like, she is not working out. So my question for you guys is, when you're asking that poll, is the person before you, the person you're speaking to, are they working out? Because I'm not sure for some of you, that's probably, they're not. And so that's maybe not the best question to be asking them, because of course, they're not, or they're going to ignore your story because they don't want to say no, because they're like, whatever. So maybe you got to think about, how do you engage your avatar on your story that's going to connect to them? So like for me, it doesn't make sense I don't think for me, because my person's not going to put no. She's just not going to say anything. So then the whole point of a poll is to get them engaging. So for me, mine would be like, I should be asking, like, did they work a lot of hours, right? Today on mine, I threw up a picture of lunch from the other day. They don't know that, but I did. And I said, are you working at your desk or eating lunch at your desk, or at home, or away from your desk at somewhere else, or mixing it up? Like, are you so busy that you eat lunch at your desk? Because that's who I'm talking to, the people that sometimes eat at their desk. Like, that's my person. Like, this is where I want to start these conversations. See, this is where it tells me 10 minutes. So think about that. So don't just like, make sure that when you're asking them, that you're asking them the right questions to get the conversation started. So the right people are the ones that are responding, right? Because also the people that are saying yes to them working out, do they really want Beachbody On Demand? Do they, like, if they're already going to CrossFit, do they want this? I mean, maybe one day, but right now. So just think about that. And maybe for you guys in your avatar, that does work. And if so, that's fine. I just wanted you guys to think about that and just triple check and make sure it fits. So social media, how to find more people. So there have been gobs of trainings on this in the past, but I figure I would go through it pretty quickly. Someone's chatting me. Chat. Yes. Okay. So, but if it fits, it fits. Great. But if it's just because it's easy, like, you know what I mean? You can think about that. Don't feel bad. I mean, we do it, if Ashley does it, we kind of do it, but I think it fits Ashley maybe a little bit better than it does us. So let's just make sure that when we're applying things, we're making it fit, who we're speaking to in our audience. So Facebook, how do you find new people? Friend requests. I should have put a giant asterisk next to this, because this is almost the shadiest one. Because how many times you get a random stranger friend request and you're like, no, spam, she's gonna sell me something, delete, looks at her profile page, like, you just ignore them, right? We all do that. I still do that. So you can do this, but you gotta understand that it's probably not going to be as successful. And even the mutual friends ones, like, they still are like, people are not as receptive of connecting on Facebook as what they used to be, right? That's why everyone's on Instagram, because it's so much more commonplace to strike up conversations with people that are like-minded. Like, you send a friend request, the only thing you know about this person is that they're friends with so-and-so. Like, you don't know if you're going to connect, if they're working, or if they're a mom, or they like this show or that show or whatever. So you can do this one. I don't have as much success with it, but you can try it anyways. Okay, a like page. I don't think anyone here on us has a like page. I'm pretty sure I am one of few coaches on this page team that has one. I know Ashley does. You can use like pages to connect with people, but only if you have one. So I'm not encouraging you to start a like page at all. So for the most of you, this won't apply. So I'll just move on. Okay, groups. This would be like Dog Mom group, or what's that one? Cloth diapering, or grad school, or something else. I don't know. But those are like groups that you can join with like tens of thousands of, hundreds of thousands of people, okay? But doing that is, again, you can't just spam people. It's about connecting, right? So that's what we're going to be doing. We're networking with people, connecting with them, building a relationship, and then maybe sending them an invite down the road. But again, it's got to be resonating with your avatar. So maybe you sit down and you think, okay, my avatar, my person, my Chelsea, what group would she be in? And what group would she be frequenting? And then from there, go hang out and comment and start conversations with people. I do find it kind of hard to friend request people there, but maybe that's my own limiting belief. You can always ask for referrals for current challengers you have all the time. You can totally do that. Like if, you can say, hey, I'm doing this. You can do a referral bonus, or just see if anyone wants to join us. You can totally do that. That's like legit. You're a business owner. You can ask for referrals, no problem. So that's another way you start a conversation with someone and see what their goals are and see how you can serve them, right? Whether that means a challenge pack or not, or maybe you just send them some recipes to try, okay? Free groups. Ashley does these every so many months, but free groups are a great way. You're building the relationship with people. They're free. You're giving, you're serving them. You can ask them to, one of the prerequisites of the group is they have to invite a friend. But I always caveat that by saying, but don't just add them. You have to ask them, because we all hate when we get added to random groups, right? I know I still get added to random groups, and it annoys me, and I'm like, decline, remove me from this group, right? So if you're going to do that, you need to remind them, please do not add them, ask them, and then if they want, they can join, right? But that's then another way. If they bring someone in, you can start to build a relationship with them, serve them, and who knows where that'll lead to. Go. Next slide. It's not going for the next slide. Hooray. Let me move this over and see if I can do that, because the next slide's where all the fun is. No, go. Can you see that still, even though it's smaller? It's close enough. I can try to zoom in, but I don't want to spend too much time. There we go. Okay, so Instagram. This is where it's going to get fun, because now remember all that work we did on avatar, on your person, on Chelsea? Okay, you probably already have some of your Chelseas in your following, in your newsfeed. So you can go down your newsfeed and go, yeah, this girl, I've been following her for a while. I really like her posts. Like, we connect. What do? You go to her Instagram profile page and you go to see who's following that girl, because more than likely those people that are following her are going to have things in common. Like if she loves Grey's Anatomy and coffee and something else, and she's a working professional, then she's probably gonna have other people that follow her that love Grey's Anatomy and coffee and are professionals too. So then I can follow those people. That is the biggest way for me. I'm finding people right now, because hashtags, while we still need to be using them, are harder for me to find the people. I'm getting like bloggers or that kind of thing. This is the greatest way for me, is I go find people that are my people, my Chelsea, go see who they are following or who are following them, get down and go down the list and see who's my avatar from there. Then who's tagging your favorite store? Target, Starbucks, Dunkin', if you're a Dunkin' fan. That's all I can think of store-wise right now. And then find the local store. That's the other thing is, so if I would go to Starbucks near my work, and I went there a few times to work, and I'll go see, and you can go into at that location and see who's tagging that store, okay? I don't really shop a lot, so my person would be tagging Amazon, which, I mean, maybe I could do, but probably a lot of people tag Amazon like that. Mine isn't really niche specific. Shopping is not my niche, just saying. So who's hashtagging your favorite show? I started doing it with Grey's Anatomy. I love it. At 8 o'clock on Thursdays, people watch Grey's Anatomy. I also watch Grey's Anatomy. So during commercial breaks, during that 8 o'clock time slot, I'm following that hashtag Grey's Anatomy and seeing who is commenting or who's posting that they're watching it, and commenting and posting and liking and following them, because clearly that's my person. They're watching Grey's Anatomy right now and they're posting about it on social media. So find out your shows. Any shows probably have hashtags. You can see who's following the main like Grey's ABC account. It's a great way to do it too. Okay, favorite quotes too. So who's using the hashtags that you want? Like this is where figuring out the avatar of the Chelsea, like what hashtags is Chelsea using? Use those, follow those hashtags, follow and find the people using those hashtags. So if like she's like work hard, play hard. Okay, that's super generic. It's probably gonna have too many people, but like something like that, right? Where she's working really hard, or working mom life, or 60-hour weeks, or something like that. Okay. Oh, follow trains. So this would be like, I don't know where that went. Like a lot of moms do that. and so only do this if you're a mom. Like you have to make it, like if you're a blogger, like, because I've done this and it doesn't, again, I'm doing this when I was in the stay-at-home mom mindset and it didn't mesh well. So yeah. But you can figure out if you can find ones that kind of mesh with your avatar. Okay. Yeah, this is not easy because they took away the apps to unfollow people. I have a whole training on this. I'm going to share in the team page about networking, and she has some great ideas on this. So I'm going to recommend that. I don't have a good answer for that, and I feel bad. And we're going to get kicked off, and I want to take a picture. So what's more important than having a picture for social media? Nothing. But if you guys have questions, you're going to have to throw them up in the team page because I know I went fast. I'm sorry. But that was the problem with only having this go this long. All right, someone else do me a picture. That sounds bad. Do me a picture. Did someone get it? Did I look great? Or do I have to do it? You're muted, so I'm trying to do it. Flip it around before we get kicked off. I look like a nerd. Okay, so before we get kicked off, thank you guys for jumping on. It's going to kick us off and stop recording. If you have like more specific questions, drop them in the team page. Like I'll put up a thread. I have resources